Hi everyone, my name is Pennylaurae and I'm a scriptwriter. I've been writing since 2005 and I've actually completed a few scripts. This is actually just one script that I started writing in 2005, completed in 2008. My topic today is on how to protect your work as a screenwriter or a novelist and so forth, right? We sometimes think we're protected when actually we're not. When my work was completed, I actually had it registered with the WGA and I thought I was all good and dandy, right? I sent it in 2006 to protect my work and realized years later that my work wasn't actually protected after 5 years. So if you're a writer and you want to protect your work, I highly suggest that you get it copyright, okay? This isn't strong enough. This is good for 5 years. This is a registration on your work. However, you must copyright it to protect yourself. I was very trustworthy back then, and I actually submitted my script to somebody in the industry who also was a writer and said he would get it over to somebody very reputable in the industry. I can't mention any names. And 2 years later, the movie came out, which was my writing, my story, my characters, and so forth, right? So being that I only protected myself up to 5 years, I got really screwed. So I also did the poor man's way, which is actually sealing an envelope, taking it to the post office, getting it registered, date stamped in 2006, thinking I was protecting myself, when actually this would not hold up in court at all. Okay, this is not good. So you must copyright your work. Don't just do the WGA. This is good for registration for 5 years only. Now this is one script only. I have much more, but this is actually all my redrafts and so forth. I worked very hard on it. And as you can imagine, when my work got stolen from me, it was like a piece of my soul was taken. And as you as a writer, you can imagine, right? And so my big mistake was not getting a release form because of who these people were, that I thought there's no way these people were going to steal my work, right? Big mistake. Always protect yourself. I actually waited too long to pursue a suit against these people. And even though my register was good for 5 years, I didn't attempt to do anything about it because of who they were, and I felt very intimidated, and so I did not go after them, but it's been eating at my soul, burning inside me ever since this happened to me. So I'm trying to share my story with you so it doesn't happen with you, with any writer out there. As you know, us writers must stick together, right? Our work gets stolen all the time. And they made over $102 million off of my work. And that is what they benefited from it and everything else. So I strongly, as you can see, it's not just paper sitting here. These are scripts, notifications, notes, you name it. It's my work. It was taken, and I just think it's wrong how it can be easily so done when you're thinking you're protected and there's no notification from the WGA that sends a letter that says you must renew it, right? And so my mistake was not looking at the bottom here, actually telling me that it was expired in 2012. That was my mistake. However, it would be nice to get notification because 5 years go by, you kind of forget about it, you're writing more scripts and so forth, right? So you're not really paying attention to the expiration date on here. So it would be nice if the WGA would actually send out notices. But to protect yourself, just get it copyright. Copyright lasts a lifetime. Okay, a lot of writers don't know that. And they just think that it's just protected this way. So protect yourself in all avenues possible. Copyright is the best way to go, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you today. And hopefully this will save you a lot of trouble, a lot of heartache and everything else by sharing my story with you writers out there, okay? Okay, another piece of advice for you writers out there. Even though you've got lots of material that I'm sure that you do redrafts and save and so forth, right? It's not good enough, So I need to mention to you that please make sure that you download everything on CDs, flash drives, because it actually has the actual date and year that you've wrote all your redrafts and so forth, dating back to the day you started. So whenever you're saving everything, just don't do the printouts for the draft. Please save it on CD or flash drives, because it actually has the dates and you can't modify that, right? But however, you could on here. So I wanted to stress that to you as well. And know that when you find out somebody actually steals your work, you have up to 3 years if it goes theatrical to the movies, right? You have 3 years to actually file a suit. So make sure that you do it immediately when you find out your work has been stolen. It's a big mistake I made. Secondly, if it ever goes to like Netflix at a later date, a later year, Netflix, TV, Kodi, what have you, right? You have up to 3 years again to file suit after it hits the television. So it starts all over again, even if it's like 5 years, 10 years down the line, and you happen to see it, your material on Netflix, you have 3 years. So I just wanted to stress that to you as well, okay? And again, you can always reach out to me. My email address is pennylaurae, that's spelled PENNYLAURAE @live.com. Okay, please reach out to me with any questions that you may have. I'm happy to help you and save you, like I said, a lot of heartache so this doesn't happen to you. It's not right. It's injustice. I mean, it's horrible. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. All right, thank you and take care.